point I started working with in the real estate lead generation, kind of wholesaling business, and more and more I realized that was something that was interesting to me. And at that point, I actually had been investing with you since college. I didn't have any exposure to real estate investing until I met Dave in college, and he kind of let me know, like, hey, I got this opportunity in Muskegon. I know that there's some real estate that could be a good investment. And I looked at it at that point where I was like, okay, that's a good way to kind of supplement the income that I'm making
Right.
from working the day job.
Right.
And that's kind of how I got into the real estate space in general, exposure and understanding it. And
So,
and that kind of gave me a background of real estate.
So I have a question for you. So what made, and I think this is going to be important for the audience because I think especially at this point, knowing what I know now about real estate, it's not just, okay, just invest in real estate with anybody. I think, and that's just not even just real estate, but any type of investing. In my opinion, you're investing in a person as much as you are investing in an asset. So I guess back
Right.
then, because we were like young 20s. What made you? You're still in college when you were first giving me money to invest. So what made you like invest at that point? Because it wasn't like you were saying, okay, here goes a couple $100 or a couple $1,000. Like it was maybe not as much now, or it was like a few. It was. I would probably say
it was substantial.
For sure, substantial amount of money for a college
student. So I would say it's the same thing. And again, funny enough, it's the same thing. Now, would I advise people, just like you said, with our experience now, would I advise people to do what I did? Probably not, because, back then I was just so naive to the point that I felt like I could kind of just read people and feel it out. And if I felt like I could trust someone, and if they sound like they knew what they were talking about and they had a plan, then they were trustworthy. Because the way I am is my personality is I kind of like at that point, I expected other people to treat me like I would treat them, which I came to find out later on when I got burned several times by clients in business, that you really, unfortunately, in the world that we're living in, you can't necessarily be that trustworthy of people, no matter what kind of, smile they show you, or no matter what kind of spiel they give you. You really do have to do your homework and go deep and make sure you vet the person that you're investing in and the investment that you're investing in. But it worked out at that time, because I just got lucky enough to actually be working with someone who's trustworthy like yourself, who wasn't going to turn around, take the money, and run. But I would say, looking back at it now, I probably wouldn't take that approach. It's just like a gut feeling to make such a big investment. It just, it worked out, but it probably wouldn't always be that way.
For sure. No, that's because I did definitely wanted to talk about that in terms of like, our investing history, and you and invest with me early on. And again, this was when I was just starting out in real estate, getting the first couple properties or whatnot. So I thought that was an interesting situation how that came.
Yeah.